In this video, we're going to learn how to make off-grid, battery-backed up solar photovoltaic power systems. But first, I want to answer, what is a solar panel and how does it make electricity from the sun?
Now, most likely you're going to be installing polycrystalline or unicrystalline solar panels like these. The story starts at the beach because beach sand, which is silicon, is the element used to make traditional solar panels. Silicon is first melted down and purified in a high-temperature furnace. Then it's slowly drawn out or grown to form a cylindrical ingot. Now, for those of you who took some chemistry, you'll remember that every element in our periodic table, that's everything the world is made of, has a certain number of electrons, protons, and neutrons. The number each has determine the net electrical charge of that element. Some have a net negative charge, and some have a net positive charge. So say if we add boron with a net positive charge, number 5 on the periodic table, or phosphorus, number 15 on our periodic table, with a net negative charge, if we add these as a contaminant to the purified silicon, it makes it into a semiconductor, and this is the same material that's used in transistors and computer chips. So how does this help us make electricity from a silicon solar panel? Well, each one of these materials has an affinity for positive or negative electricity because of an excess or lack of electrons. That's too many or too little electrons due to the type of material used to contaminate it. When those are layered on top of each other in a solar panel, as the sunlight in the form of photons hits it, it liberates electrons. It pushes electrons out of the panel and onto the metal grid that's attached at the top and the bottom of the panel. The movement of electrons is electricity. 1 square meter of captured sunlight has a potential of over 2,000 watts of energy in it. With silicon panels being about 16% efficient, that gives you about 320 watts per square meter of surface area.
So that's the physics and electronics behind how a solar panel creates electricity. There's certainly new technologies coming out with gallium arsenide and thin film, but the physics behind it remains very similar. So now let's get into actually what the building blocks are in a solar power system.